For those unaware, XCOM 2 is a turn-based tactical video game developed by the famous Firaxis Games. However, unlike the first one, the game is only available on the PC platform. Given how the PS4 and Xbox One are performing sales-wise, it's indeed surprising that the latest XCOM is completely absent on home consoles. Last year, the game's creative director explained that they had very ambitious goals, and they felt comfortable working on the PC platform. So at this point, there are no console versions planned. Has this resulted in a competitive PC build that is well optimized to run across a wide variety of configurations? We'll tackle this question in a bit, but working on a single platform has enabled Firaxis Games to include a reasonable amount of graphical options in XCOM 2. These range from subsurface scattering, screen space reflections, texture detail, texture filtering, and a robust anti-aliasing selection, which provides options from FXAA all the way to MSAA 8 times. Further options include decal details, ambient occlusion, and high-resolution translucency. But the big question to ask right now is whether working on a single platform has enabled the developer to deliver a well-optimized game on the PC. Unfortunately, the answer is no. This is quite absurd because one only needs to look at the recommended graphics requirement to gauge what kind of experience you can expect from their hardware. The developer recommends a 2GB ATI Radeon 7970 or a 2GB NVIDIA GeForce GTX 770 along with a 3GHz quad-core CPU processor. We ran this game on a Radeon R9 290 which comes packed with 4GB of memory, and we're expecting that the game would easily run at a consistent 60 FPS. But this is clearly not the case. After playing around with the graphics settings, we found out that the anti-aliasing options are incredibly taxing. If you notch anti-aliasing all the way to MSAA 8 times, the frame rate drops well below 30 FPS. Then there is the VSync option, which may degrade the game's performance when enabled. The game is using double buffering, which means that if your hardware is running the game at a particular FPS, it will cut your FPS down to 30 FPS. We suggest turning off VSync to help improve performance in the meantime. Playing the game with anti-aliasing toggled to off resulted in a smoother performance, but really, why would anyone with a good GPU play at that setting? Our suggestion is to play the game at FXAA, as this will result in a reasonably better performance. Another point we wanted to talk about is the hitches and lag that take place during loading screens. The game does not use a traditional static screen for loading. Instead, it uses something that is more lively, a screen filled with characters to create a cinematic atmosphere. Even the menu screen is running in-engine and is using the game's core assets. However, this hitching and lag is quite distracting, and personally, we would have taken a static loading screen approach instead of something that's more animated. As of right now, we don't know why this game is struggling to run at a stable performance. One possible assumption is that the game is not utilizing all the GPU resources, resulting in an uneven experience. If this is true, then this is clearly a case of an unoptimized game that was pushed out of the door to meet the launch date. Leaving performance issues aside, the game can be quite the looker at times. The in-engine cinematic sequences are extremely well directed, and we can see some amazing use of physical-based rendering solutions. Although we wish that the same amount of detail could have been translated to the actual gameplay. Except a few missing shadows here and there, the game manages to look better than its predecessor. For those who are still playing the game and want to avoid dodgy performance issues, we highly recommend setting the anti-aliasing to its lowest setting. In its current state, XCOM 2 definitely needs a patch to fix these issues and optimize the game's performance. In the end, it's quite disappointing to see an unoptimized product from Firaxis Games, specifically a product that is available only on a single platform. The trend of unoptimized games slowed down drastically in 2015, but XCOM 2 unfortunately reopened an old wound.
Kill confirmed. Closing on target position now. Kill confirmed. Need to get a closer look.
Position confirmed. Might be something interesting here.
Access granted.
We're in. Got the goods.
Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Firebrand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. See you soon!